It's wet and it's heavy. Let's go. If I didn't already have about 5 inches of snow through the whole driveway, I'd probably not blow it out for the next couple of days. Apparently we've got rain and freezing rain coming in with warm temperatures over the next few days and then dropping off sharply to -20 Celsius. That spells ice to me. However, it's deep, and in fact in a number of the corners you'll see today, hopefully, you'll see we've got 4 or 5 inches for sure through the whole driveway. And then on a number of the different bends throughout the forest, you've got a lot of big, deep snow drifts. And that's why you folks often see me swinging my chute left to right as I go through the driveway, because it's not a linear or straight driveway. It winds and bends all the way up and down through the hills, through the forest. And every time I turn a corner, I get a wind gust coming at me from a different direction. So it's kind of one of those days where you're just kind of trying to decide how much of the forecast is going to be accurate and how much of it isn't, which, you know, of course, that's a mug's game. But, you know, you've gone from last night through this morning several different changes between +5 degrees, which means we're going to get rain, down to -5 degrees, which means that rain's going to be freezing, assuming the rain comes at all. And then we've also now got a new forecast that's telling me I'm going to get more snow overnight. I'm also dropping down to -20 degrees, so like I said, I don't want to create a skating rink, but I certainly don't want this to get iced over. It's too deep. So we're going to take the chance and we're going to run the blower up and down the driveway. No blade, of course, not when we know that we have a high probability of freezing rain, but I am going to take the blower through so I can at least get the truck in and out safely, or anybody else in. And then we'll see how the weather develops over the coming days. If we do get the snow, great. If we get the freezing rain, I know that I've got some snow left in that driveway, and hopefully I won't get an ice rink, I'll just get frozen snow. That I can deal with. But make no mistake, it's going to be a slow ride. This stuff is heavy and wet. Best bring my coffee. So hey, I'm just going to grab the car keys. I'm going to move the truck out the side so I can clear the rest of the parking lot. I'm going to fill up my cup with a little bit of hot coffee, and I got my tunes going, my isotunes, and I'm just going to head up nice and slow up the driveway and get this cleared out before the rain. I hope you stick around. Just a quick time out. I mentioned a few weeks back that I was working on a special edition GP Outdoors engraved travel mug. and I finalized it. It's actually on my website now, gpoutdoors.ca, but I wanted to show you the cup, and I wanted to tell you why I chose this particular model out of the literally dozens of available different travel mugs I could have used. I was able to get an entire wrap on this. It's got a tractor on it, outbuilding, you can see it on the website. It says this ain't working, this is living, and it has the GP Outdoors logo on it. A few of the reasons why I chose this model: it's a 16-ounce infusion flask. That means that if you like to put fruit in your water, or cucumber, or you're drinking a beverage that might require a lime or a lemon, it has a 2-stage stainless steel infuser built right in. Your fruit or your lemon or your lime go inside, fits right in. So now you've got a flavored beverage. If you like to brew your own tea, you can put your tea leaves in there. The other reason is because this is one of the few models that is in fact leak proof. It has a full closure on the top, and that's not plastic. That is some kind of a soft compound to make sure that when you close your lid, it seals it. Similarly, the top itself, it's got a seal in the inside. So when you close it up and you're bouncing around on your property on the tractor, you're not losing any of your fluids or your beverage. They're in there. It's BPA free, it's lead free. It's good for about 12 hours hot, 24 hours cold. And I've got it in this really nice premium slate blue color. There's so many different shapes and types of travel mugs, but a lot of them don't fit in all the cup holders. But this one, it fits properly in here and in here. And here, in here, and in here. It should fit in the cup holder on any piece of equipment you're driving around on your property. So I'm going to do all the laser engraving. My youngest daughter Jenna will take care of cleaning them, packing them, and shipping them out. And I hope you'll take a minute, go on gpoutdoors.ca. They're on sale for my GP Outdoors subscribers, and I hope you'll check it out. Let's finish up this driveway before the freezing rain gets here. Cheers. Quite often, usually on a normal snow, I usually like to grab my coffee and just head up the driveway, and I'll usually do the parking area last. But on a day like today, when I've got some iffy conditions and I know this snow is super wet and icy and slushy underneath, I always do the parking lot first, because it tells me a few things. It's going to tell me what's underneath this compressed wet snow. Is it a sheet of ice? Because I wasn't here the last 4 or 5 days. I don't know what happened with the weather, but now I know it is snow. And even though I've got the blower dropped down as close to the driveway as I can, I'm still getting a good, ½ inch to an inch at least of snow underneath that blower. And that's exactly what I want if I know freezing rain is coming. I certainly don't want that blower to scrape it clean down to the gravel, because I'm definitely going to have glare ice if we do get that rain. This way, I've got bumpy snow underneath, and that means that I'll be able to take this all the way through the driveway in the exact same manner and know that even if we get the freezing rain, I would much rather have a bumpy surface for it to become icy, because you can drive over that, especially with 4-wheel drive. It also tells me that I'm going to have to keep an eye on the blower, because it doesn't happen to me often, but this stuff is packing snow and it's pretty wet, it's pretty heavy. So I know I'm going to have to keep an eye on this box. I've already got a stick inside the tractor so I can come out and chip it out if I need to. But I will keep an eye on it, and I'll watch how much volume comes out of the chute, because I'll know when I have to pull over and stop and clear it out. Hey, I just wanted to break in for a sec because I know there's a whole bunch of you folks that this is your first winter with your blower or with your tractor and your blower. And I wanted to make mention of what you'll find in this type of snow. Your blower, even though it weighs, in this case, this blower here is 565 pounds, but regardless of that weight, your blower is going to ride on the skid shoes. And because the snow is so wet and it's so compacted, your blower kind of rides up on the snow, kind of sits on it, but it doesn't actually, your blade or your front blade doesn't actually dig in much. So you're missing a lot of snow because the blower is going to ride on whatever's hard packed. And I just wanted to show you folks as an example. If you take a look at this is a section of the driveway. I backed up and I dropped the blower again and I took a second pass at it. So you can see just how much snow is now getting carved by this bottom blade because the blower is riding on top of that compacted snow. Now that I've removed a bunch of it and I dropped the blower again, it has the ability to dig a little bit deeper. And that's why you see all this snow coming out. That was a second pass. And then what I did, just to make a further point so you could see it, this is a shot of the third pass on another section of the driveway. So this is 3 times through the driveway, and you can see just how much snow I'm still picking up with the blower. Because each time I scrape off a layer, so to speak, the blower will drop and scrape another layer until you basically get down to the gravel underneath. I hope that's helpful for you good folks. And hey, it was great seeing Guy today. He kind of surprised me. He was out doing driveways and then decided he'd drop by and give me a hand, which was wonderful. So we're going to finish up. I've got the tractor away, and I'm going to head down the concession road, drop over to the wood shop, and, well, maybe fire up a coffee or two. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed the sights today. We'll see what happens tonight with that rain or that freezing rain, and we might be back out tomorrow again. Have a wonderful week. Please be kind to each other. And hey, maybe if you get a chance, slide over to gpoutdoors.ca and check out that special edition mug. My name's Gord Potter, and you've been watching GP Outdoors. Cheers.